One time for the old times in the East Bay. It's the coach. This is our second of two here on this opening Monday night. Coming up, the Oakland Raiders, playing in likely their final home opener in the 5-1-0 as they host their division rivals, the Denver Broncos. I'll be back to make sense of this opening weekend at halftime, but first, we're out to the Bay Area. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23. Yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jihad, ready.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And the pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. 23 yards on the play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And an excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Push him back. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. This one caught by Isabella. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Good work, boys. Go. Let's go.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. From the gun, Flacco. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Riddick, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Flacco. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 27 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
McManus's point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Carr. That ball complete to Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. To throw is Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Well, showcase cornerback Kareem Jackson has brought his talents from Houston to Denver, and the Broncos are really excited about using him all over their secondary. Primarily a corner for most of his career, the last couple of seasons he swung back to safety as well and has done a nice job in both spots.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Isabella making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So now Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 77 yards. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Carr. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Jeremiah Tauchu. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Able to find Isabella. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that 1st round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's airing it out, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys are able to regain the lead. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Well, week one finally wrapping up here tonight, but more football coming your way Thursday night. It'll be the Buccaneers and Panthers in an early season NFC South battle in Charlotte. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 26. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich there to make the grab as they have taken the lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Carr going for it all. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now Carr again, looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing now is Carr, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr, as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And Denver getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there, Nick.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Flacco. Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Flacco from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
This has to go down to one of the simpler routes in the playbook.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So we have reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Carr now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads. Teams playing to extend them.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Again, it's Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his 1st NFL carry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Flacco. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Clelin Ferrell in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to... And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Carr completes it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw his Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Carr to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Flacco. Past the 20. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like when you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Let's go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Carr to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. This one caught by Isabella. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Riddick with a carry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it?
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Flacco looks to throw. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. Funchess has it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Broncos in their hurry out trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Flacco, he completes this to Sutton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Passing play. Flacco. It's caught by Funchess. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Flacco to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Pressure mounting. Flacco. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up third and long. Setting to throw. Flacco. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Torrey Smith, 43 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's third down. Back to throw, Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting